Yo, 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 pass me the aux cord. And today you see the screen, you see the title, man. If you've been hiding up under a rock or you just ain't been on the internet, Destiny 2 is here. One of the most talked about new franchise has just released a sequel. And here is my first impression. For the previous owners of Destiny 1, you're in for a treat. And for the new individuals that just getting into the franchise, don't worry, you won't be lost. Destiny is a game created by Bungie, a developing team that was originally owned by Microsoft, which branched out into its own franchise and created Destiny 1. Destiny 1 was a really good game, but due to some backlash of a lackluster story and unbalance in the multiplayer, some gamers tended to wear off on it and not play it, or you played it for a certain amount of time and got bored of doing the same raids and the constant multiplayer, so you eventually stopped playing. With Destiny 2, it took that same format but enhanced it and made it much more better, as you will see in this story and that I'm about to play with the clip that I have. Right now, I'm playing the story mode, which was pretty dope compared to the first one. It seemed like it was more detailed, more rich. The environment was on point. The visuals, I'm playing on a 4K monitor compared to me playing on a 1080p TV, and the depth of detail can't be stressed enough. The story seemed like Bungie has put a little bit more time and effort on the actual story this time around. It seemed like they actually took the fans' advice and gave more backstory on what's going on with your character and the world of Destiny, which is always a good thing. Me personally, I'm a gamer that likes to do the story mode first to learn the mechanics of the controllers and how the game moves and how my set moves, type of skills that I have, and then I like to go to multiplayer and use those skills I just learned. Do It doesn't matter what game it is. With this game, it was so fluid and easy to go from the previous Destiny 1 gameplay to this game because the mechanics haven't changed much. The shooting is still tight and on point. Great weapons, different style sets for the weapons to differentiate which ones you're shooting with and the power with them, as well as great special abilities as well, which make the game so fun in the first place. They kept that element into this game and just brought it over to Destiny 2. And also with the story, it actually enhanced it more, which made it more immersive, gave you more detail. On the aspect of the multiplayer, though, um, the multiplayer seemed to have been dense down. I believe it used to be 6v6 death matches. They actually cut it down to 4v4, which, in my opinion, is good and bad depending on the situation, depending on what game you're playing. Uh, a lot of games nowadays tend to make do this method. I think it's more of a control environment due to the mapping, less clutter when it comes to how many players are on the actual map. You know, it just my opinion. It is what it is. It don't seem like that right now has broken the game at all. It actually made it more fun or more conducive to seeing what's going on around you, which is a good thing. Um, when it comes to the actual pre-ordering of this game, or if I'm going to get it day one, right now I am not getting it day one, not due to anything that they've done wrong with the game. The game is actually on point. It's phenomenal. I had no stripes whatsoever about this game, about the beta. Even though it is in beta, I had no problems whatsoever with the game. It seemed like it's crisp and on point for when it released in September. But right now, it's just a lot of games just coming out. I'm gonna be solely invested heavily in like 2K, the Shadow of Mordor sequel. I love that franchise, so I'm gonna be investing in that. And I'm gonna wait until some of the DLC content come out due to the platform that I'm on. And that literally leads me up to the next conversation that I had, because right now I'm starting to see a lot of pattern when it comes to these developers with exclusive content. From what I'm hearing, this content would not hit the Xbox platform, which I will be playing on because of my friends that I have on there. I like to play I like to play with my games with my friends, so that's the platform I'll be getting on. I have a PlayStation 4, but it does, I rather play it on the Xbox One due to that reason. And from what I'm hearing, that DLC content, if I'm hoping this is wrong, but the DLC content won't come out until almost a year. Now, when it comes to exclusive content, I don't have a problem with it, but it needs to be densed down a little bit better. Like, if this is true, this is bad for gaming as a whole. I shouldn't have to wait a whole year just to get an extra story or map DLC for my game. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm into, hey, you got an Xbox, you're going to get this exclusive gun or this exclusive armor, and it's like the Xbox version of the armor or whatever. I'm cool with that type of situation. Or PlayStation, I'm cool with that. There's no problem with that whatsoever. But if you're telling me I have to wait a whole year just to get the story mode of the game, then we got an issue. So hopefully, before the game release, that information will change. I doubt it, be due to the fact that Sony actually paid for this content and the developer allowed them to pay for it, which leads to another issue. But so this is why I pretty much will like wait for this game right now. Uh, I'm going to get it eventually, but not day one. The beta right now is open to the public for 2 more days. So right now you can go on your said platform and download that game and enjoy it for the 2 days or a day that you can, and check it out. Let me know what you feel about the game. Let me know how your opinion about Destiny in general. Do you think they're going in a good direction with the franchise? Do you agree or disagree with the exclusive content? Is that okay with you, not knowing that story mode content you have to wait a year if you get it on the different platform that they didn't allow the payments to go through on? So this is your boy Double O Mello. One love, God bless. Keep it gaming.